G-Rock Sessions is going live, and everybody please help us welcome Mute Math. Hello. Wow, let me tell you something. A band on a mission, busy band. You guys have been like just going non-stop. Well, first of all, for a couple of years, but I'm just talking about the last 24 hours. Conan last night, what an amazing performance you guys did on Conan last night.
Thank you.
Great, great stuff. And then down here, and of course you've got your show tonight in New York City. Is that a sold-out show, Keith? Is that a sold-out show? I think that's pretty close to, yeah, it's a sold-out show, which does not surprise me at all. Mute Math out of New Orleans. So introduce the band a little bit for me. Paul, you introduce the band a little bit. Get everybody...
Oh, of course, my name is Paul. I'm the singer of the band. This is Darren right here. Say hello, Darren.
Hey, everyone.
Yeah. I don't know if we can get the mic down here, but we have Greg on guitar.
Hey.
Hey! And Roy Mitchell over there, who's also playing guitar. Oh, correction. Roy Mitchell Cardenas on guitar and bass normally, but he's going to play guitar for us today.
Yeah, you guys brought the instruments. I'll tell you something, a lot of respect goes out for a band who's got so much going on, especially on show night, and will actually come down to a radio station live. Because a lot of people go, it's show night, we can't sing, we can't blow out the vocals, so we really appreciate you being here for Sessions.
I guess we won't tell you what we were talking about on the way over.
So, for those who don't know, like you guys, I'm going to get into the whole being the hottest thing and blah, blah, blah in a couple minutes, but tell us how Mute Math sort of kind of got together. I mean, what is the scene like for music in New Orleans, for rock music in New Orleans?
It's a little spread out. I guess there was more of a rock music scene there before the storm. Of course, traditionally, New Orleans is known for jazz and some great old school R&B and things like that. But really, Mute Math started as just a side project with Darren and myself, and it was just a two-piece thing. It was just drums and keyboards, and it was kind of a little more electronic. We weren't really sure what was going to happen, and it just sort of evolved over time. And then Greg joined the band, and Roy came later, and it just kind of slowly became what it is now.
Well, see, you say that, but let me tell you something about this band. These guys did one of those sort of the grassroots thing. You guys got the word out really for your band, kind of yourselves. I mean, it was like the whole MySpace page. You had an EP that came out. Word of mouth started to spread. You did all these incidental things and TV stuff. Is that the way, do you think the music business is sort of moving? I mean, your record company executive guy is here. Keith, leave the room for a minute because we want to talk about you. I mean, would you give that sort of advice to bands that are up and coming now and saying, listen, guys, if you really want to do it, you sort of have to get in there and do it yourself a little bit?
Yeah, it was funny. I was talking to a gentleman who's in the room who has a real job, and he's a lawyer. He's getting ready to go to deposition after this. But we were talking about how it feels to be in a band right now, and slowly, I think, being in a band is becoming a real job, which I guess it used to not be that way, which would be good for the parents, you know? When you're dating the daughter and they bring you home and, I don't know. Yeah, so the internet's been good for us, and yeah, we've hustled a lot for the past 2.5, 3 years, and it still seems like we're going at it nonstop. But you know, this is what we signed up for, this is what we love. At the end of the day, we live for that 60 minutes we get to play our show every night. So whatever has to happen around it to get us there is worth it.
So what do you think the real corner turn for you guys was? Do you think it was when the video came out for Typical and everybody was like, boom, New York Post hot list, 100,000 views a day, like it was just insanity? I mean, was that sort of like where you're like, you know what, all right, I think we're kind of here now?
What do you think? I don't know. It felt like a good brick that was laid for the house.
Nice little foundation for Mute Math right
helped.
there.
I'm not sure anything exponentially went out of control, but it did help. It kept the show on the road. A little more word of mouth started happening, so just another step.
Yeah. All right. Well, should we play something? What do you guys think?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Tonight, sold out show, Irving Plaza. Self-titled CD is out. I think people sort of forget that the CD came out. I mean, it's been a real growth sort of in progress. Was it 2006? Early 2006.
Beginning of 2006. Yeah.
Wow. And I think the moment for me when I sort of knew was when I was watching American Idol that night.
How sad is that?
Well, and then Chris Sly comes on, and he's doing his thing, and Typical is the song he chooses.
Yeah, it was nice of him, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, how did that? Were you guys surprised?
Yeah.
You were.
Well, they had to ask our permission.
They did. Okay.
And we obliged.
Yeah.
But it helped. It was really.
Sure.
was really nice of them to perform our song with so many tom toms and such a huge orchestra.
Yeah, that was.
and
I
so
was.
many guitars.
Jacuzzi.
I was
Jazz
blown
version.
away. I actually had so much more respect for him after that. I was like, he's doing mute math.
Yeah.
What's up with this guy? He's doing mute math. So now, do you guys sort of feel successful? Do you kind of feel like an industry beater or something? Do you
After
feel?
listening to you, I sure do.
You do, right?
You got me
Because,
sold.
well, let me tell you something. You guys are very humble. So I don't think you realize that, because you're on the road, you're touring, you're doing your thing, and we're all flipping around, MTV2 and Fuse and all these things. You guys are all over. Do you realize that? You're talking Judy Kimmel, Craig Ferguson, you were on that too, right? Letterman,
Yeah.
Conan. So what do you think? You're like slinging hash or something? You guys are in now.
Well, I've got enough of myself already, you know. So.
Especially Roy over there. He's very humble. He's waving at everybody, smiling. I mean, it's like the whole rock and roll thing. Do you feel it?
We've got it good. Yeah, we know we've got
A little
it
bit?
good.
Yeah.
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 And you can always want whatever the next thing is that you've not experienced yet, right?
Well, the next thing for you guys, I would imagine, because I heard you're really anxious to sort of get back and write some new material.
Mm-hmm.
So 2008, maybe a new CD, you think?
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
We're gonna do a children's record,
No, you're not.
and then we're gonna do the Spanish version of our
Excellent.
previous record.
Excellent. Excellent. We were waiting for the Spanish language version. Awesome.
And then we're gonna go to. I would love to tour South America.
Are you serious?
Well, I am serious about that part.
I'm
yeah.
sure you are. That would be fun.
It would, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would be great. That would be great.